She said, my name is Tyler, because statistically one of us had to be. Like when you meet somebody named Tyler, I feel like you know exactly what you're getting, right? You're like, you're Tyler? I wonder if your Mitsubishi Eclipse was double parked outside. All right, that makes sense. In the city, I work at a Chicago public school, love striking, and I work with younger kids, and the one thing I hate whenever I tell people that, they're always like, oh my god, you work with kids. Oh, that's so great, you work with kids. I don't work with kids, I work against them. We're not coming up with spreadsheets together, you know. And I work with younger kids, which is kind of fun because they're constantly trying to figure out how life works, and sometimes they'll come to me with what is like a small situational problem, but it really represents like a larger part of how life works. Like earlier in the week, this kid came up to me crying more than I've ever seen a human being cry. It was like a sorority rush week level of tears. And I'll never forget what this kid said to me. She just goes, Mr. Tyler, no one's making me happy right now. And like, how am I supposed to tell her, like, yeah, that's how it's always gonna be. Download Candy Crush or join a fantasy football league. That's all I figured out so far. But I like thought about that phrase for so long, no one's making me happy, right? Like I wanted to take this time to be like, all right, let me talk to you about like codependency and trying to find like inner happiness with yourself. Turned out she just wanted to play with some kid's fidget spinner. I was like, all right, things get worse, I promise. And I thought about that a lot because I'm an overthinker. I'm like your classic overthinker. I've spent way too much time thinking about scenarios that will never happen or have already happened and how I can fix them later in my life, even though it's past the moment. Like, is anybody else here like a classic overthinker? Anybody? Yeah. Okay. Cool. And if you're not clapping, you're probably overthinking if you should be clapping. I'm not gonna hold that against you. The other thing, my first year working at school, I kind of made a mistake, and I'm kind of silly, and my first year I was accidentally teaching 5-year-olds conspiracy theories. Because if you don't know this already, if you don't like own your own child, when you say something to a kid, it becomes part of their knowledge base. They are terrible about picking up on sarcasm. Like this kid came up to me and was like, hey, why are we going outside today? And I was like, oh, buddy, it's raining outside. And there's nothing I can do about it because the government controls the weather. We're just having a silly Tuesday, you know? But I forgot I had said that. It was a throwaway line. Until the following week, a different kid came up to me and was like, hey, why are we going outside today? And from across the room, I heard that earlier kid just be like, oh, there's nothing you can do. The government controls the weather. And I'm like, I'm definitely getting a phone call because of this. And I'm pretty sure that's how white kids end up with dreads. So that's on me, society. I'm really sorry about everybody. That's on me. I don't really believe in a lot of conspiracy. I have one conspiracy theory, and it's about billboards in Indiana. You guys know Indiana, right? It's a flat strip of land with too many billboards and dudes wanting Mountain Dew tattoos. Like, that's Indiana. Like, there are so many billboards in Indiana. My theory is that they actually have that many billboards up just because if you drive along the highways and interstates of Indiana enough, that is how you get your Indiana GED. You're just like, oh my god, hell is real. Just got my religion credit, dope. What's I already knew that? I'm in Indiana. But this brings me to my second Indiana billboard conspiracy, and it's that it's based off this one billboard I saw, and it's like 30 minutes into when you cross over into Indiana. It's got 3 things on it. First, it's got a big weed leaf picture on it, okay? And next to it, the first line says, "Don't use while driving." But the website for this billboard is letsbeblunt.com. And I don't have a single pothead friend that was like, I was going to do drugs, but then I saw silly words and changed my mind. And this is like every state's like weird way of trying to like get the message out. I still live in Alaska, and Alaska's anti-drug slogan is "Don't meth with me." Like, whose idea was like, man, if we can turn a phrase, then maybe people will turn their life around. I don't know. And here's my other conspiracy. I actually think Indiana billboards, anti-drug billboards in Indiana, are paid for by dispensaries in Illinois. Because the last billboard you see before you cross over into Indiana is for a dispensary that says, "You just puff puff past us." So I think 30 minutes later, you're like, let's be blunt.com. Let's get out of Indiana. Let's go. And I was talking to somebody about this in Iowa, and she was like very excited to tell me what Iowa's anti-meth slogan is. I was like, chill out, meth, calm down. And this guy goes, Iowa's anti-drug slogan is meth, we're on it. Like, that sounds like a state that gave up on everybody, right? They're like, Iowa, if we all are doing it, maybe we all can knock it off together, right? Stop it, you, Iowa, we can't think of a pun. I have to drive through Indiana because I'm originally from Ohio, so I go visit my family there every once in a while. I didn't go home this year. What I did, I had a friend's Christmas. And if you don't know what that is, that's just where one woman in her 30s will cook for a bunch of people. Because she'll never have a family of her own. And alright, I don't know why you guys are mad at me for saying that. All of you thought of a specific person as soon as I said the joke. Like in your head, a lot of you were like, Molly is kind of sad. Maybe we should have invited her tonight. Her cats and Netflix queue could use a break, for sure. A little more about me. I didn't drink in all of 2020. I was completely sober except for smoking weed. And I didn't drink in all of 2020, and I deserve a medal for that. I'm pretty sure I'm eligible. And then I got my vaccine, and I was like, let's do a reset and try this again. You know, how's Moderna and White Claw go together? You know? And it's because I'm someone that I know I have a hard time like stopping drinking when I've started it, right? Like I was like, gotta not do it at all. Like I think everyone has that like, okay, I'm cutting myself off through this drink, but then you can find any excuse to take the one after that. Like I was at a party recently, and a friend tried to offer me a shot of gin. I was like, ew, where's its friend that goes with it, right? And gin's like I can never drink gin. It's always an alcohol that makes me sick. Like we all have that one kind of booze that doesn't make our tummies feel real good, right? Gin is that for me. And I turned to my friend, I was gonna say no, but then I saw he was handing me the shot in a Ninja Turtles cup. I was like, I'm not gonna say no to Donatello, right? Like I feel like I know what the difference is between what's right and what's wrong, but if someone gave me like a SpongeBob SquarePants crack pipe, I'm not sure what I would say. A lot of people assumed I smoke weed when they find out my birthday, because my birthday is on April the 20th. And if you don't know why people are wooing, it's because you own a home. Like having a 420 birthday is so annoying because every time I have to show someone my ID, they respond as if I'm asking if their soup's chill and want to hang out later. So I'll be at like a grocery store and they'll be like, oh my god, 420, nice. I'm like, I'm with my grandma, what are you doing right now? Plus I'm buying Sudafed to make meth, we're on it, like come on. I just wonder if other people's secondary holidays get treated the same way or have like really big fans of their birthday as well. Right? Like if someone's been at like a gas station, like, oh my god, April 24th, Arbor Day, a tree! Or like, has there ever been a bouncer at a bar that's like, oh my god, February 2nd, that's Groundhog's Day, that's dope. Oh my god, February 2nd, that's Groundhog's Day, that's dope. Oh my god, February 2nd, that's Groundhog's Day, that's dope. I'm gonna do the jokes while everyone gets it, don't worry. Alright, February 2nd. Okay, my name's Tyler, thank you guys so much.